The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, hundreds of willow trees alongside Lake Hayes are being chopped down, but what's replacing them? A Mosgiel hairdresser prepares to put down the scissors after more than half a century of cutting and styling hair. And colourful displays in Gore as Southland's annual Lego exhibition showcases local creativity with small bricks. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. Vegetation around Lake Hayes is starting to look very different as a major project gets underway to remove willow trees from the area. But the lakefront won't be left barren, with the community preparing to plant more than 100,000 native trees as their replacement.
It's out with these introduced willows and in with native plantings. A major project is underway to restore the northern Lake Hayes foreshore to its former glory. The plan is to remove these large willow trees from the area, replacing them with 150,000 native plants. Charitable Trust Mana Tahuna is leading the 3-year project. CEO Michael Riwi says the willows are a monoculture, which don't allow native plants to grow around them or native animals to thrive.
All this willow that's been chopped down, the majority of that's going to be processed into firewood, and then we've done 7 tonne to date and we're going to be doing a lot more.
Southland MP Joseph Mooney says the current site is a bit of an eyesore, but he believes this project will improve conservation of the environment and may even help boost the tourism industry.
And a really important thing for New Zealanders more generally, and it's really important as well for like our tourism industry, which is huge for this area and for New Zealand. You know, I think it's the second most photographed lake in the country. Some
of the willows close to the lake foreshore have been poisoned but not removed, so nesting birds still have shelter while the native vegetation grows. The first spring planting session is planned for mid-September as the team works towards their goal of restoring the lakefront over the next 3 years. In Queenstown, the South Today.
A 61-year-old Dunedin woman has pleaded guilty to murder after stabbing her partner to death while he was in the bath. The woman, who has name suppression, appeared in the High Court on Tuesday morning where she pleaded guilty to the murder of 58-year-old Mark Willis. The couple met online 6 years ago before moving to Dunedin in 2022 and buying a house in Tainui. The woman's mental health deteriorated, and when her partner Mark Willis returned home on May 18th this year, he went to run a bath. The defendant then armed herself with a kitchen knife and proceeded to stab her partner 22 times. She then called the police on herself. When they arrived at the scene, they found Willis's lifeless body in the bathtub. The woman's name and occupation remain suppressed. She's due to appear for sentencing in early October. A Mosgiel hairdresser is passing the scissors to the next generation, celebrating over half a century of working in the industry. Kathleen McDonald recently retired and has now sold her business, but isn't quite leaving the job altogether.
After 51 years of hairdressing, Kathleen McDonald is preparing to put her clippers down. She's co-owned Mosgiel business Headway Design along with her husband for almost 30 years, but believes it's finally time for them to pass the business onto a new team. McDonald started as an apprentice at a local salon in 1972, but she admits you've got to love your job to do it for that long.
I wanted to be a hairdresser right from when I was little. That was my aim. And I got into it at 15 and been here ever since.
She says hairstyles have evolved over the years, but constantly reads magazines and attends regular trainings to keep up with the current trends.
All those things today help keep you up to date with what's new and current today.
McDonald is looking forward to enjoying a quieter life in retirement, but will still be around the hairdressing business to help train her successors. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Dunedinites will be happy to see more progress at the city's railway station as scaffolding comes down and the local landmark is slowly restored to its former glory. 5 temporary roof trusses have been removed from the Dunedin railway station ahead of the completion of a 3-year restoration project. The roof is the latest feature to be unveiled after the dome spire was replaced earlier in the year. The railway station was built more than 115 years ago with the $7 million project aimed at repairing, waterproofing and preserving the iconic building. The rest of the scaffolding is expected to come down over the next few weeks, with the final stage of the project due to be completed this month. 2 rural schools have had a special visit from the Otago Southland rescue helicopter after receiving a major funding boost through a winter crop competition.
Pupils from Otago and Pulburn schools were excited to see the chopper and check out some of the medical equipment on board the Otago Southland rescue helicopter and the surprise visits this week. The school stops were an extra reward from the Central Otago Winter Feed competition held earlier this year. Around 80 of the region's farmers and growers submitted their best crops to be auctioned off for the event, including beets, wheat, kale and Swedes. That event raised almost $32,000 for each of the 2 schools and the same amount for the Rescue Helicopter Trust.
It's an excellent cause that we've is close to all of our hearts, really living in a rural community. It's well needed out here.
Both the schools are small. There's 75 pupils at Otago and about 50 at Pulburn, meaning the money raised will provide valuable funding for better teaching resources. The Otago Southland Rescue Helicopter Trust says the funding it received would go towards buying high-end medical equipment, which they wouldn't normally be able to purchase. In Otago, the South Today.
A decade of Lego building was celebrated in Gore over the weekend with a range of colourful builds on display. The Southland Brick Show saw Lego enthusiasts showing off their creative constructions as they put their hobby towards a good cause.
Southlanders looking on in awe as this children's toy is converted into a functioning crane. The 10th annual Southland Brick Show was held in Gore over the weekend, giving Lego enthusiasts the opportunity to show off their builds. A wide range of creative Lego brick structures were on display, from a working train set through to a pirate ship with wings.
Some people like the calm of just following the instructions and building. Other people like the creativity of creating a work of art.
More than 40 exhibitors from throughout the country showcased their Lego creations. The 2-day event attracting almost 2,000 people through the doors. Money raised over the weekend going towards LUG South's charitable trust.
I'd say our numbers are very pleasing to make sure that the bank balance is right, because all of this event is for charity, everything we do.
Organisers were keen for the event to return to its roots for the 10th anniversary show, holding this year's Brick Show at the Gore Town and Country Club after being staged in Invercargill for the past 6 years. In Gore, the South Today.
Whai Yakane still to come on the South Today. An Otago University student puts his body on the line in a unique way for a marathon, and some top Otago rugby players swap the rugby boots for farm tools.
All new episodes of Put Some Colour in Your Life are now screening on Channel 39. Take a look at Australian artists and the techniques they use in their studio. Put Some Colour in Your Life, Tuesdays, 7:30.
The sun may be lower in the sky, but that doesn't lower the risk from skin cancer. Melanoma doesn't care about the season and will continue growing regardless. Don't let shorter days shorten your days. Book a full body mole map now.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Tinakwe, welcome back. For many people, running a marathon sounds like an exhausting feat, but one Otago University student is putting his bare feet to the challenge.
Geography student Christian Griffin is on a mission to raise awareness for mental health and says he doesn't need shoes to make a difference. The 22-year-old Australian has been busy training for the Dunedin half marathon event and decided to run the race barefoot to capture people's attention. The 21-kilometre race will be the longest distance he's run barefoot, but he insists he's no stranger to going without shoes. Griffin's linked up with the Move for Mental Health campaign and hopes his unique running style will raise awareness and funds for the Mental Health Foundation.
Because I was running barefoot. I was like, why don't I try to do a half marathon and raise some money and more importantly spread awareness and get people talking about it and get like my friends and stuff talking about it.
Griffin hopes his barefoot run will inspire others to get out of their comfort zones as he prepares to put his best foot forward for the Dunedin half marathon next month. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Some of Otago's top rugby players are trading the city for a taste of rural life, tackling some farming activities in Balclutha. The NPC side is looking at a different approach in an effort to bounce back from the team's loss against Wellington at the weekend.
The challenge of sharing sheep. These rugby players watching how it's done at the Landell's family farm in Lockendorp. 16 players from this year's Otago NPC rugby team took part in a range of activities, including ram crutching, putting up electric fences and backing trailers between cones. Co-captain Sam Gilbert says it was a great opportunity for the players to get out and experience something new as a group.
Some of the boys get out here, get their hands dirty, get their knees dirty, get stuck into a few things that I guess put them out of their comfort zone is a pretty cool opportunity. And to do it as a group is really cool as well. We learn a bit about each other and I think it makes us stronger on the field.
A few local farming experts were there to give the rugby players a hand, teaching the team the basics and showing how it's done. But some players found that watching the professionals do it may be a lot easier than doing it yourself.
We've just done the ram drag, me and Nathan, so it was new for Nathan and it was good experience for him. I think I might have hurt my tricep dragging a few out, but it was good fun.
The Otago players hope the farming experience will elevate their team spirit and bond as they set their sights on their next game against Hawke's Bay this Sunday. In Lockendorp, the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. A major project is underway to transform the Lake Hayes foreshore with native plants replacing the giant willows. Mosgiel hairdresser Kathleen McDonald is passing her scissors to the next generation after 51 years of cutting hair. And Southland's Brick Show returned to Gore this year, the annual event showcasing local creativity using Lego blocks. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT. We welcome back our acting editor, Barry Stewart. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Hannah.
What can we expect in tomorrow's paper?
A raft of parking changes in store, including Knox block of George Street,
Right.
and it's been approved by the City Council. However, the Mayor did vote against it. And further news on the parking situation, they're looking at extending the areas where parking will be charged for, so even if you thought you could park at the Oval and walk in, well, they might get you.
Might be changing.
They might get you. I don't know actually where that zone is, but possibly
we'll
there.
read tomorrow and find out what else this year.
University plans to spend $10 million moving its operations staff to the Plaza building. So that's another significant outlay there, and of course the murder victim, we talk about his life and people talk about his contributions, so more on that in the paper tomorrow.
Well, thank you for sharing this evening, Barry. It was lovely to see you again.
Thank you.
Time now to look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, well, it's looking mostly fine for the next few days as southwesterly airflow eases across the south. Heading to the top of the South Island, changing winds and showers up through here, including Nelson and Greymouth tomorrow with 14-degree highs, while Christchurch gets 15 with fresh southwesterlies and some late showers. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, showers and southwesterlies are inbound tomorrow with temperatures in the low teens. Expect 13 up in Ashburton and 12 degrees for Timaru and Oamaru. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes. Southwesterlies with some cloudy skies will be present through here tomorrow, with 11 due in Queenstown and 12 for Wanaka and Alexandra. Heading further south, looking nice and fine with light winds and 12-degree highs through here tomorrow for Gore, Balclutha and the Catlins. Now across to Invercargill, showers tonight with 7 as the low. Tomorrow's a cloudy one to start, but that should open up to a sunny day with cool southerlies and a high of 12 degrees. Then Thursday brings more sunshine, but with light southeasterlies this time, and 11 as the high. And finally heading to Dunedin, high cloud and down to 7 overnight in town. Wednesday's a sunny one with fresh southwesterlies and a high of 12 degrees. Then Thursday rolls around with more sunshine, blue skies and light westerlies with a top temperature of 13 degrees. And that's the news this Tuesday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. And we're also on Facebook. Just search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite opopo.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.
The South Today Bulletin, proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Living Well Disability Resource Centre, a not-for-profit charitable organisation and your one-stop shop for information and resources to help you retain independence. We offer a wide range of assistive products from jar openers to mobility scooters and provide assessments for Total Mobility, the half-price taxi scheme. Come and see the friendly team. You'll find us on the corner of George and Bath Streets, ground floor of Burns House.
UPVC Windows and Doors is a local Dunedin company who manufacture, install and service everything they make. Sign up this month for a free glass upgrade. Call UPVC Windows and Doors today. You're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer. You owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life. Every day the team at Gillian supports grieving families at their time of need, from answering your questions to organising a farewell that reflects the wishes of your loved one. We can help. Call Gillian's today.
Passion,
drama,
competition,
rivalry, marketing,
numbers, atmosphere,
power,
fight,
attack,
intuition,
love,
hate,
money,
cash,
millionaires,
fans,
and fans.
and fans.
Oh boy.